Hi, hi everyone. This is Evelyn Thomas. It's a little cold today in North Dakota. Get closer to the mic. It's a little cold today in North Dakota, so that's why you see me still get my hood on when I came from outside. Hi, hi everyone. This is okay. Don't want to be watching it on TV, but today we're gonna be talking about funny ways. Is that what they call her? Uh, I have an issue with uh, hood on when I came from outside. Hi. I have an issue with independent women. Independent women. So I need to turn that down. So today we're gonna be talking about the lady from is it Georgia who had all these things going against Trump. But here's the thing. My issue with her is that she says she's independent. And if you're an independent woman, you need to be, independent. Because these days, before independent women used to be, it used to be something that women are independent because they're married and they have children and they're taking care of their home. That's what I used to know as an independent woman. I did not know that independent woman is the woman that don't need a man. To be honest, I did not know that. I didn't know that, I said I was independent, but I didn't say that I don't need a man. Just because I can do a lot of stuff on my own, that doesn't mean I don't need a man. So my issue is this. If you're independent, woman, come on. If you're independent, you shouldn't be following other people's husband. How about that? You stay away from other people men because you are independent. You don't need men, especially they funny with a woman who father for everything for her. She was once married, but she left her man for whatever reason, and she took over somebody else's man. So what goes around comes around. Maybe that's her job. That's what she does. I don't know. But if you're independent, you got to leave other people alone and stay by yourself. And my thing is that the one that really pissing me up, making me to make the video, is this. She degrade the man. Oh, he don't do this. Oh, he don't that. Oh, I'm gonna play the video and we're gonna be cutting it out. Talking about what really been going on with black women in the United States of America because they aren't doing well. And the reason why they aren't doing well is they're putting people in place. Democratic Party are putting people in place that not even qualify. That don't reach the qualification to be in certain position, but they put them there anyway because they're black women. Put the people that are qualified for the job there. That means there will be no corruption. There will be no lies. There will be no taking over any other people men using the mother-in-law to take other people's husband. You won't be able to do that. So, with that being said, water. Let's have fun. Let's see. Hopefully, I'm using the right side. And that's it. That's all right there. The lady, in the rest, so arrogant. Oh, my God. You watch. I'm pretty sure a lot of people watched it, but, you know, you got to watch it with me, my viewers.
So your office objected to us getting Delta records for flights that you may have taken with Mr. Wade.
No. Look, I object to you getting records. You've been intrusive into people.
Why is she objecting? She knows she know how this game is played. You've been in that seat. You've been doing this. Nobody sit over there and object to you. You are anyway. She's her own lawyer. You know, I mean, I don't know.
It's
I'm not a
personalized. You're
lawyer. Never
confused.
went
You
to
think
school.
I'm on trial. These people are on trial for trying to.
You see how arrogant and rude and stupid she is? You're the one doing the chasing after the former, it's a former president of the United States of America, former president, and you are chasing after him, and then you are corrupt, you hire foolishness, you put stupid people in places that had no business being there in the first place. What, you think another day we're going to come out? I gave him your money back because I don't need your money. Why do you need his sex? You are an independent woman. You don't need sex. Take care of yourself, Fannie Wade. Take care of yourself.
An election in 2020. I'm not on trial, no matter how hard you try to put me on trial.
Has he ever visited you at the
That's a lie. And they're not talking about that. They're not talking about Trump right now. These people hate Trump so much. These people, these same people make me to hate Trump because all I was watching is MSNBC and CNN. That thing caused me to hate Trump. And now I'm not going to stop the video again because I don't like doing that. So let's watch.
place you laid your head?
So let's be clear, because you've lied in this, let me tell you which one you lied in, right here. I think you lied right here.
Lies.
No. This is the truth.
Judge,
And
this
it
is-
is a lie. It
We're
is
gonna-
a
All
lie.
right, Ms. Willis.
You,
Mr. Sena, thank you. We're going to take 5 minutes.
District Attorney Fani, Fani, last name is Willis.
Ms. Willis, how did you know to come into the courtroom right then?
There were people, I was pacing in my office,
Okay.
and I heard someone yell, his testimony is done. It only made sense to me that I would be your next witness. And I've been very anxious to have this conversation with you today. So I ran to the courtroom.
So as soon as you heard that Mr. Wade was done testifying, that's when you just assumed you would be the next witness?
It only makes sense. I'm actually surprised that the hearing continued, but since it did, here I am.
Great. So let's just talk about what you did in preparation for today. Did you meet with Mr. Wade at all? Once the motion was filed, did you meet with Mr. Wade and talk to him about the motion that I filed to disqualify you?
On this first January motion,
Yes.
I don't know if you could say talked about. I probably had some choice words about some of the things that you said that were dishonest within this motion. So I don't know that it was a conversation. As you know, Mr. Wade is a Southern gentleman, me not so much.
Okay, but my question was, did you have a conversation with
I
him?
didn't have a substantive conversation.
You did not?
I read this motion, skimmed it more so, and I've probably said some choice things to him about some of the lies that were told.
Okay.
And then printed in the media because, we used to be in a day in time where you had 60 Minutes and people did stories and they verified information, and you had this great reporting. But it seems today that a lawyer writes a lie and then it's printed for all of the world to see.
So my question was, where did that cash originally come from? If it
I've had
didn't come out of the
for-
bank?
Cash is fungible. I've had cash for years in my house. So for me to tell you the source of when it comes from, when you go to Publix and you buy something, you get $50, you throw it in there. It's been my whole life. When I took out a large amount of money on my first campaign, I kept some of the cash of that. Like, to tell
I
you,
never have cash
I just
in
have
my house.
cash in my house. I don't have as much today as I would normally have, but I'm building back up now. So you just put money in. It's
Why,
a very
you
good
selling
practice. I would
drugs or something?
advise it to all women.
So you can't identify
And
when
it is
you came
not a
into this
black
cash or
thing
where the
to
cash
have
came from?
cash in your
I didn't
house.
say I
It's
couldn't
not
identify
black
it. No,
thing.
nobody
It
gives
has
me
nothing to
anything.
do with being
I am sure
black.
that the source of the money is always the work, sweat, and tears of me. What you asked me
Liar.
for is, when did the money go in there? What I am trying to tell you is, so I got divorced in 2005 from my husband.
And
No, it's important. You
hear
said,
that?
where did the money come from? And I
way
need to
far.
tell you where the money came from.
She's
And so
answering your
for
question,
many,
Mr.
many years, I have kept money in my
I'm sorry. I just need to stop it for a little bit. Did you hear that she divorced? She divorced. She know how that feel like. And she destroyed other people's relationship. You didn't know if this guy and his wife were working on a relationship before you jump yourself into it. So women using their body these days, whatever it is they look, and especially in women that are bleaching or light-skinned women, majority of them, it pays for a woman to stay with her only man. And when you leave your man, make sure you find the one that is vacant.
house. That money in my worst days has probably only been $500 or $1,000. At my best days, I probably had $15,000 in my house at cash. At all times, there's going to be cash in my house or wherever I'm laying my head.
The money that you paid Mr. Wade, the cash in October of 2022, you do not know where that money came from.
I do know where it came from. It came from my sweat and tears.
You know which job it came from. Did it come from Fulton County or did it come from a private
It
job?
came from, what are you talking about? So it could have come from a private job because before I was DA, I was in private practice. So I earned money during that time period that's probably in there.
You don't know
It
where
could
it came
have,
from.
what do you mean I don't know where it came from?
I think I
absolutely.
understand the situation. We can move on.
Okay, thanks. Same with Aruba. You don't know where that cash came from either, right?
Ma'am, you are mischaracterizing my testimony greatly. I'm not going to allow you to mischaracterize my testimony. I know that I keep money in my house. The amounts of money I gave Mr. Wade, it was never that serious. I don't think I've ever handed him more than $2,500 in a reimbursement. So we're not talking about $20,000.
Yeah, now she degrading the man because she's talking about she giving him money and he's not giving her money. She's a liar. I'm pretty sure this guy gave her money, but now she degraded him. That's why it pays. Don't leave your wife for other foolish women like this woman. Stay with your wife, you dumb man.
In cash. I don't have $20,000 in cash right now. The most I ever gave him, I know I gave him $2,500 when we went to Belize because we went to one hotel and then we went to a second hotel. That $2,500 I actually gave him while we were still in Belize.
So let's talk about the California trip.
Napa.
Is that when you were moving your daughter out to California? When you all went, or did you have 2 trips to California?
My daughter doesn't live in California.
Did she ever live in California?
I'm not discussing to you the location of my child.
So how many times did you go with Mr. Wade to California?
Once.
And you all stayed in Napa Valley and he paid for the plane tickets and the hotel?
He paid for the plane tickets and the hotel.
And what did you pay for on that trip?
I gave him much less cash that time, probably $400 or $500, and then I paid for a bunch of stuff. I think we did 2 different wine tours that you do, which are pretty expensive. I think I bought him, he likes wine. I don't really like wine, to be honest with you. I like Grey Goose. I bought him a bottle of wine while we were there and the sippings that you do. I can't remember how many, like 4 or 5 different places you go. I remember we went to this place that they do pairings. That was the most expensive thing that I think that we did while we were there.
Your security detail, did they take you to and from your house?
So I haven't been able to enjoy my home
Condo, I'm sorry.
since
And
March of.
where you lay your head? Did they take you to and from where you lay your head?
99% of the time.
Would they take Mr. Wade